Have you ever laid awake at 3 a.m., replaying a conversation from 3 years ago? Or spent 2 hours deciding what to eat and still felt like you chose wrong? If that sounds familiar, you're not broken. You might just be one of the most misunderstood types of people on the planet. Today, we're diving into the real psychology behind people who overthink everything, and what science reveals might completely change how you see yourself. Their brain is wired differently. Psychologist Dr. Susan Nolan Huxamu of Yale University spent decades studying overthinking. She found that overthinkers have a more active prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for deep analysis and decision-making. In simple words, their brain never fully switches off. It's not a weakness, it's actually a sign of a highly active, detail-oriented mind. The same brain that tortures you at night is the same brain that catches problems others completely miss. They feel everything more deeply. Philosopher Søren Kierkegaard once said, "The most common form of despair is not being who you are." Overthinkers feel this deeply. They don't just experience life on the surface. They process every emotion, every word, every situation at a much deeper level. Research published in the journal Psychological Science shows that people who overthink are often higher in empathy, meaning they genuinely care about how their actions affect others. That's not anxiety, that's emotional depth. They are natural problem solvers. Dr. Adam Grant, organizational psychologist at Wharton University, says that the best critical thinkers are often the ones who question everything, including themselves. Overthinkers don't accept things at face value. They ask why, they ask what if. And that same habit that drives them crazy in personal life, it makes them exceptional planners, writers, leaders, and strategists in real life. The real danger of overthinking. But here's the truth science also tells us. Too much thinking without action creates what psychologists call analysis paralysis, where the mind gets so overwhelmed with possibilities that it simply freezes. Dr. Barry Schwartz, author of The Paradox of Choice, found that more options and more thinking actually leads to less happiness and less satisfaction. Overthinkers must learn one powerful skill: when to stop thinking and start trusting themselves. What overthinkers need to hear. Albert Einstein once said, "The measure of intelligence is the ability to change." If you overthink, your mind is powerful, but power without direction is just noise. The goal isn't to think less. The goal is to think better. You are not too sensitive. You are not too much. You are just someone whose mind works harder than most. And that, with the right tools, is one of the greatest strengths a person can have. If this hit home, subscribe right now. Because on this channel, we don't just talk about behavior, we decode the human mind. See you in the next one.